Hey fast fellas, SpeeDMan here. Start things off. Here we are with kickoff, going in for the speed flip. First things first, getting into rotation, seeing both my teammates go up here. Here, what would have made sense is to rotate a little bit further back so I have a bit more space for the play. Then here, try to play 50. They get there just after me, but it ends up clearing it to the side. Here, just going for a demo, trying to force them wide. Teammate doesn't really get there in time, so the demo doesn't really have much effect. Of course, most important thing, rotate it back. Here, just forcing them into an awkward situation, getting ready to cover the essential shot, but he never makes the shot. Here, just in the off chance that they don't end up holding possession, getting ready for the play, what I should have done here is I should have already committed to the play here to at least move it up, because both blue players here in mid weren't really there yet, and if I didn't hesitate there, I would have actually been able to make that play just a little quicker. So teammate goes for a shot, unfortunately misses. Here I can see in this case I need to get ready because I see my other teammate going up. Unfortunately I missed the wall play there, so what's important in that case is if you miss your play, just rotate out of the way. It's better to get out. Taking a circular rotation, unfortunately the play goes back across, so it gets a little awkward. Here, made a bit of an error. What I could have done is try to hit it down a little bit. Because I hit it upwards, what it did is eventually a waterfall down, and all that opponent was there. Teammate didn't really get a good read off the wall, and it just went right to center, and then made an easy read for the opponent to go in and hit the shot. So, no problem. Mistake on my end, but just a quick thing to work on. Here, teammate wasn't really there for kickoff. I'm not sure why, but they just weren't present. Good job just staying active with the play just in case in this position. It's really important to go ahead and rotate back. Just be ready for that play on the other opponent there. It's already going up. I can see that I'm first up in this play, so then try to get a quick wave dash. Just be ready in case the 50 goes up to the wall. Teammate does a good job of collecting the ball here. Opponent does get the play back. Teammate tips it a little bit though, so here it's important that I go ahead and try to clear it outwards so that way it's in a little bit more free space. Both teammates are able to move up with the play here, and then we can get back to offense. So I see teammate going back there. I'm getting ready to just stay moving. Teammate unfortunately kind of set up there. I got myself awkward with them. That's my bust there. What I could have done is just made the adjustment. Here, of course, forcing the teammate to kind of make an adjustment. I'm making the adjustment that I can, and at that point, I already get ready. What's important when you get bumped like that is just be ready to hold power slide so that way you can maintain your momentum. You don't want to be kind of caught in a position where you're not moving at all. Here, what I should have done is actually kind of just give myself a little bit more time to make a better rotation. That way I have better contact. I was still able to outplay both of those attackers, but it's still kind of a play where I have to be careful. Here, same thing. It actually ends up being the case that there's a rule one, and one of them just got demoed. So just get in with an easy score there. So no problem there, 1-all. Here I can see I'm here for kickoff, so get ready for another speed flip. Don't really get the contact I was looking for, but I'm already getting ready to set up for a rotation. Teammate does a good job clearing it to corner there just to be safe, and also clears it very well here. That's a good example of a clear. Immediately makes a good play here. Unfortunately, teammate gets demoed, so he wasn't able to maintain offensive pressure. Here, it was important that I played off of 50. Get a bit of an awkward bump with the other guys, forcing them off, and kind of just made it harder for them. The good thing is that of course we end up getting the shot here just because just not letting off pressure. That's sometimes something you want to do. If you see your teammates are further back, you can maintain pressure, especially when you're first man. Here, I can see both my teammates weren't really ready for the kickoff, and I was ready just in case that was going to go to center. Force them into a position where I can get the ball, collect it to the corner, and then make it a little easier for us to get an outplay. Here, make a really nice little slot here, of course, threading the needle, and it was just a perfect setup for us. So we're up 3-1, 48 seconds to go. Just soft cheating here, just getting ready to get position. Going for a demo, keeping that defensive pressure up. So a key point here, there are a couple different situations where you can actually get additional pressure when it comes to demos. You could do offensive demos and you can also do defensive demos. And that's a case where defensively demoing an opponent can actually help you a lot, because if that player was there, that's another player applying pressure to the play. That makes it harder for us to defend, makes it harder for us to rotate. So demoing them early on puts us in a position where now we have some more pressure. Here, of course, I see the play come to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to boom it to corner. Unfortunately, teammate gets himself into a bad spot and rotates linearly instead of circularly. What he could have done there in that case was rotate along the play here, where you see the player on net there. He could have made a potential demo chance there. Maybe go for that so that way forces them off rotation, or you can get the demo, which means now that's an open net. So there would have made rotating a little easier, because then I could follow up with the play from corner and actually make a shot. Kicking off once again. So an important adjustment typically to make as a player is that you can oftentimes see that a player here was going for a bump. What's critical in that case is when you see that somebody's telegraphing they're going for a bump, because here at this stage, it's obvious that he's not going to be able to collect the ball, because if he tries to collect the ball, it's going to go to the sidewall by corner, and he has no play either way. So his play is to force the defender to come off play, and he does the smart play. Of course, I jump, recognizing that, and am able to get the play here. They end up going awkward. The other player was staying close to the wall here. I force him into a potential bump scenario, doing the same thing as he tried to do to me. So here, getting good contact with the ball, forcing him into an awkward scenario, and then just getting a nice little outplay there with my team. So that's a case where getting amounts. So that's a case where really applying that pressure can be really critical, because what you're doing is allowing yourself to force the ball from the corner, bouncing it into mid, which of course creates shot pressure. And then at the same time as you're doing that, now you're also forcing the defenders into an awkward scenario where they may not have a good angle to defend against a follow-up. So here, just going ball side, and what's important here, bringing the ball to the side here. I see my teammates already rotated up, so he's in a position where he can collect the ball. He's not able to capitalize on it, that's no problem. But it is important that I made that adjustment here. Here, I should not have actually gone for a shot. What would have actually been a little bit better, so we rewind here a little bit, is be a little bit further back and collect the ball for a dribble and potentially go for a flick shot. So here, just keeping eyes on the play, being aware of what's happening. And then just being ready to read the play. Unfortunately, don't get a hit off the ball there like I would have wanted, but not a problem. Teammates are there to help. So rotations-wise, I put myself in a bit of an awkward position here. I am able to capitalize on that a little bit better and then maintain pressure. So here, again, just looking for demos, being ready to go for a demo in the case where it's possible, and then being able to rotate out. So unfortunately, tried to get a read off the wall and didn't end up making anything happen there, so that's my bust. I can see I have to go for the 50, a little awkward, but recalibrate myself. All three of us are moved up here. This is not a situation you want to be in where all three of your defenders are in the same corner. That is not where you want to be. Typically, in that case, if you're last man, being closer to back post is a little bit safer, and kind of back to mid post, so that way you have a little bit of space to read the play. He goes for a 50, and it does work out in that case, but unfortunately, there's not enough pressure to really keep us up in the play like we would have wanted. They do make a mistake here, so it did play in our favor, but typically if there was an optimal play scenario from the opponent team, we would have already been scored on. But in this position here, just getting ready to get tight with the play. I see teammate goes for the touch here. I play a 50 here and then play it nice and high, and I'm able to get a really nice touch here at the end and then get the goal in. I see in this case, teammate decides to stay back. Not really sure why, because at that point I was rotating back from being out of the play, and they had a really nice opportunity to get into it. So here, forcing the play to be a little bit high, getting my teammate into a position where he can actually make the play. They get a bit of an odd aerial, but are able to get there in time. And then here, I almost had a beautiful little tap here to get into the goal there. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the perfect position, but that pressure puts them awkward and actually almost capitalized into a goal. Out of the game here, and we're up by 3, so we're really not in a bad position. All right, I've got another Rocket League video in the top left part of the screen here. Please feel free to check that one out and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and please feel free to subscribe. SpeeDMan out.